Hello students, I welcome you all to Exambi that makes you learn 50% faster. I'm your host Anshuman, your English faculty. Students, in this video, we are going to attempt few questions based on prepositions. So we are going to do these questions through error detection questions. Right? So as you know that what are prepositions? Prepositions are the words, right? These are parts of speech that tells us about location, method, right? Or you can say place, location, place, or time, right? So you might be aware of words like on, in, across, right? Through, we have despite, so etc. Besides, beside, right? All these words, okay, as so all these are called your prepositions, right? So these words help us to know that where a certain thing, a certain object, a certain person is located or placed. It tells us that how a verb, right? Like how something is being done, right? We're not talking about how something is done basically, in what manner is it done, because it is an adverb but by method I mean that how something is done. For example, if I write, so I write with the pen. So how do I write? What is the method of writing? Okay, so I write it with the pen. So here with is your preposition. It tells us about time. For example, I ask you all that your class is scheduled on Monday at 4 o'clock. So you see that on Monday at 4 o'clock, Monday is a time, right? And 4 o'clock is also a particular time in a particular day. Monday is a day. So that's basically time, day, etc. Right? All these are expressed by using the prepositions. So here is the first question in front of you. What you have to do is you have to read the sentence and you have to find out the preposition, what or how many prepositions you have in the sentence, and then in what preposition there is an error. And then you try to answer that which is your correct answer, which is the correct option, and then also try to improve the sentence, that if there is a particular error in the sentence, then how do you improve it, right? So you can take your time, you can pause the video, and then you can come back, resume the video, and then check your answers. Okay, so the sentence says, in lieu of his absence, she was appointed to temporarily fill the role of project manager. In lieu of his absence, she was appointed to temporarily fill the role of project manager. You see that in lieu of, right? In lieu of. These words, when put together, means instead, right? Or in place of. In lieu of, for example, I am on leave because I worked, right, on Saturday or on Monday, etc. Right? So what I can say that in lieu of, right, that is I am having a holiday today, or I'm taking an off in lieu of Sunday because I worked on Sunday and that's why I am taking a leave today in place of Sunday, right? So in lieu of means in place of, right? So you see here it says in lieu of his absence. Someone was absent and hence in place of him a lady was appointed to temporarily fill that role of project manager. But you see here in lieu of is incorrect here, right? Because you see that there is the word absence. What we want to say is this, that in place of a person, someone was appointed, right? We're not saying that in place of someone's absence, right? Either we can say in light of his absence, right? Or we can simply say in his absence, right? Okay, or in lieu of him, we can also say in lieu of him. So these are the ways we can make this sentence correct, right? But saying in lieu of his absence, it would be incorrect because we are actually saying in place of his absence. That is wrong to say actually, right? Hence your answer is A. So your correct answer will be A. Next question. Despite of her relentless pursuit of excellence, he always felt overshadowed by his older sister's accomplishments. Now, this concept is very important because this kind of a question comes in exams a lot of times. You see here, despite is a preposition. Already, of is also a preposition. These both are prepositions. You don't need to have two prepositions at one time. Despite of doesn't make a sense. With despite, you do not need to use of, right? This error actually occurs because of this concept. Because with in spite we use of. So it sounds like that with despite also we need to use of. But no. In spite of is correct, but despite of is incorrect. We only say despite, right? Hence, your A contains error and A will be your answer. Next, question third. The artist's fascination for the interplay between light and shadow is evident through his unique style of painting. So the artist's fascination for the interplay. You see that we have a preposition here. We have a preposition through. Evident through seems to be correct, right? Style of what? Style of painting. It also seems to be correct. And between light and shadow, we are talking about two objects, light and shadow. So interplay between light and shadow. Interplay between two objects. So yeah, between is also correct. Okay. Here, fascination for this looks incorrect. With the word fascination, you use the preposition with. Fascination with. You have a fascination with certain objects, right? So with fascination, you use the preposition with. So your A is correct here. Next question. In light of the recent economic downturn, the company had to make significant cutbacks at its workforce. In the light of means what? That means in view of, okay, considering as the case is, right? So in light of the recent economic downturn, because the economic condition is not good, hence the company had to do what? Significant cutbacks at its workforce. The company had to, like we can say, reduce its workforce, right? So cutbacks where? Where they had to make significant cutbacks. Workforce, right? Workforce can be said a team. So at is incorrect. The preposition in should be come here. In should be here. Cutbacks in its workforce. If you are making some cutbacks, if you are making something, you will do in it, not at it, right? At is used to indicate time, right? And a specific location, right? But to show that something is in, you use in. That is, something is inside, where something is surrounding this particular object or person or this matter. So the preposition in is used, right? So hence your answer will be fourth. That is a D, option D. Next question. The detective was known to his uncanny ability to see beyond the surface and delve into the deepest motives behind the crimes. So the detective was known to. Here we have error. Okay, again I'm saying in each video you should pause the video, right? Because I'll be continuing because this is a recorded video, right? So but when you're watching this video, so you pause after each question appears on your screen. Take your time, you try to solve it by yourself. After you have come to a conclusion regarding the answer or the correct option, you resume the video and match the correct answer, right? So the detective was known to. The error lies where? Here. In this phrasal verb actually. Right? Known to. Known to is wrong here. The correct preposition we should use for known is for. Known for. By saying known for, it means that the detective is known among people, okay, for his uncanny ability to see beyond the surface. Why he is so popular? Known for means basically popular, right? Or identified or recognized. So if I ask you that what Australia is known for, you will say Australia is known for sloths, right? Not sloths, but koalas, right? Koalas. Koalas and also kangaroos, right? What India is known for? India is known for rice, right? It's diversity, right? So known for means identified or recognized. So here, known for will be correct. Now, what's the meaning of known to actually? Known to means if I say, right, if I say that he is known to me, right, or I'm known to him, then that basically means aware about something or someone. Known to, right? That someone knows something or someone knows someone. So, known to. So, this is the difference. Hence, we need to make our answer E correct, right? Okay, next question now. The fluctuating exchange rates have posed a challenge for business aiming for expand their international operations. So you see, we have this verb here, aiming. In English language, there is something called collocation. What is collocation? That in certain words, in certain nouns or in certain verbs, we use specific prepositions that usually come together. So with the preposition aim, you use the preposition to. So the sentence should become business aiming to expand, right? Plus you see that you have a base form of the verb. It is not ing. It is only expand, right? It is not even expands. We don't even have s here. So with this, we need to use to, which makes this verbs form infinitive form, right? Infinitive form of the verb. So the full sentence should be the fluctuating exchange rates have posed a challenge for business aiming to expand their international operations. So aiming to. So your C is correct. Next question. Government's fiscal policies play a pivotal role for shaping the nation's economic growth trajectory. So the government's fiscal policies play a pivotal role for shaping the nation's economic growth trajectory. Hmm. Yes. Tell me. The government's fiscal policies play a pivotal role. Role in what? Right? Role in shaping, not for shaping. Right? You play your role in something, in making a place better, right? In learning something, in teaching something. So here, the government's fiscal policies, played an important role in shaping the nation's economic growth trajectory. So instead of for, it should be in. Okay, so B is correct. Next question. Inflationary pressures have impacted consumer spending, leading towards a decline in purchasing power. So inflationary pressures have impacted consumer spending, leading towards a decline in purchasing power. Right. So what is leading towards a decline? Right. Instead of towards, we only need to here, not towards. Right. Leading to a decline in purchasing power. Right? What leads to decline in purchasing power? Inflationary pressures have impacted consumer spending, right? The impact on consumer spending because of the inflationary pressures. So the answer is in part C. Okay. Next question. An employment rate remains a critical concern, necessitating proactive measures and stimulate job creation and workforce and development. You see that wherever you have in, right, the verbs form should be in ing. So had it been correct, it had been should be in stimulating, right? But it is in stimulate. But nevertheless, it is incorrect. We don't need in here. You see that we have measure. Now, if the word measure has been used as a verb or as a noun, right? Again, it carries preposition to with it. So it should be measures to stimulate, right? To stimulate. Again, you see that we have a base form of the verb, hence we usually need to, right? To plus verb infinitive form. Hence the answer will be here. C. Okay. Next question. Small and medium enterprises (SMEs) serve as vital contributors to the economy, driving innovation and employment opportunities. So small and medium enterprises (SMEs) serve as vital contributors to the economy, driving innovation and employment opportunities. So what do you mean by serve for? Right? Serve for. You see that what the sentence is trying to say, the small and medium enterprises, right? They act as vital contributors to the economy, right? Serve means play a role as. So we do not need for here, we need as, not for. Okay, wherever you see as, this actually means this is related to actually similarity, case of similarity, right? So the answer will be B. Next question. Sustainable practices in manufacturing and energy sectors are increasingly becoming integral as fostering long-term economic growth while addressing environmental concerns. So you see that we have a preposition as here, right? Again, I told you that fostering, so in, it can have for, it can also have to, but here it should be in fostering because you have the verb, you have the adjective actually integral. So becoming integral in what? In fostering long-term economic growth. That is the sustainable practices, right? It is becoming integral in doing what? You can ask like this. So in fostering long-term economic growth. Hence, instead of as, it should be in. So the correct answer will be B. Next question. Government introduced policies aimed for stimulating growth within the manufacturing sector and reducing dependence on imports from overseas markets. So the government introduced policies aimed what? You see that we have it's aimed, right? Like I told you in the previous questions, with aim you usually use to. But here the case is different. Policies aimed, right? Aimed at what? So aimed at stimulating growth. So instead of for, we need to write at here, right? aimed at stimulating growth within the manufacturing. So if you see that you aim towards something, right? If the aim is related to do, to carry out certain action, then preposition at is used. Hence the answer will be B. Next question. Investors are diversifying their portfolios amidst uncertainties surrounding global trade, shifting funds away from volatile markets and toward more stable investment avenues. If you read the beginning of the sentence, investors are diversifying their portfolios amidst uncertainties, right? Midst doesn't make a sense here. Always when you write midst, so you always write in midst of. You always place in midst of, right? But if you do not want to place this, instead of this, you can simply write amid. So amid portfolios, amid uncertainties. So what is the difference amid means? Basically, something is surrounded by something. Something is in the middle of something, but usually what? By surrounded. Being surrounded by other things, right? So it should be amid uncertainties. Okay. Answer should be your B. Okay. So your answer will be B. Next question. Entrepreneurs are innovating besides the digital space. So you see, innovating besides the digital space. What do you mean by besides the digital space? It doesn't make a sense. Entrepreneurs are innovating besides the digital space, aiming to capitalize on opportunities arising from shifts in consumer behavior. And then rest of the sentence toward online platforms and away from traditional brick and mortar stores. So entrepreneurs are innovating within, right? We are actually saying that there is a digital space. Now, within that digital space, within that whole digital domain, that digital area, entrepreneurs are innovating. They're, innovating new things. They're making groundbreaking discoveries, right? So it should be within. That means inside, right? So besides, no. The answer will be A. Okay, now we will do our last question. This is the easy one now. The children played around the fountain and then ran away the garden toward the playground. So you see that and then ran away the garden doesn't make a sense here. Ran away means what? People ran away, but you don't ran away something. If you want to say that you actually ran away something, okay, that means chase, right? That you're running after something. But ran away actually means you can say escape, right? Or to move from a place. So ran away is incorrect. It should be ran through the garden. That means they went inside the garden. They went inside the garden and they played there. They explored the place. They went to each corner of that garden. So it should be through the garden. Hence the answer lies in part C. Right? So this was all, students. In this video we saw that what are prepositions in brief, and we saw some important prepositions, their usage in certain sentences through error detection based questions. So I hope you like this video. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.